Hello, Aaron O'Toole, Member of Parliament for Durham. I want to wish all of my friends in Scugog a very happy Canada Day. Now, it will be different this year. There won't be the festivals. There won't be my favorite event of the year, the Veterans and Corvettes Parade to start off Canada Day festivities in Port Perry. We will miss that, but let's celebrate our country and let's celebrate what we've done as a community. We've come together to flatten the curve and battle COVID-19. We can thank our healthcare workers who are on the front lines, our essential workers, our farming families keeping us fed, our government workers supporting people as they've been trying to get through this pandemic. There's a lot to celebrate by our coming together. So for this Canada Day, get out and explore Scugog. I call Port Perry and the wider area the prettiest little town in Ontario. Get out and explore it, support local businesses, farms, and celebrate all that we have as Canadians. As your Member of Parliament, I'm blessed to represent the greatest little corner in Canada. Happy Canada Day.
Hi, MPP Lindsay Park here. I'm up in Scugog today where we're usually celebrating one of the many Canada Day celebrations in the Durham community at Palmer Park. This year we're celebrating differently, but that won't stop us from celebrating the greatest country in the world. Scugog is one of the beautiful places in Durham region and in our country. Whether it's the close-knit nature of the community, the country roads, or that rural charm. And of course, we can't forget to mention the beautiful waterfront and historic downtown Port Perry, which is just behind me here. Wherever you're celebrating in Durham region today, show your Canadian spirit. Enjoy the virtual celebrations as we celebrate Canada Day the Durham way.
Hey, I'm Lance Brown. This is my lovely wife,
Andrea.
We're in beautiful downtown Scugog, Ontario, Port Perry. This is my ward. This is Ward 5. It's spectacular all over the place, but it's particularly beautiful here, and particularly beautiful on a night such as this, an evening such as this, when we have blue skies in the background. We have people out walking around the park, in behind us at the cafes and restaurants. This is a tremendous place to live and a tremendous place to work, and I love it to death, just like I love Andrea to death. We hope you have a wonderful Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, Scugog. I'm Jana Guido, your Ward 2 councillor, and I want to wish all of you a fantastic day. My family and I know how fortunate we are to call Scugog and particularly Port Perry home. In my second term of council, I'm continuously amazed at the kindness and generosity in this community. From filling the shelves at Operation Scugog to the great efforts to help build the Oak Ridges Hospice in Port Perry. It's actions like this that make this community the best place to live. From my family to yours, we want to wish you a happy Canada Day. We also want to wish you a healthy, safe, and happy summer.
I'm Jordan Holmes from the North Durham region, and this is Canada Day.
Shout out to all my friends that have graduated grade 8 from McCaskill's Mills Public School.
And shout out to Big Brothers Big Sisters of North Durham, who've been a part of our lives for the past 6 years. Please donate to this worthwhile organization. Happy Canada Day!
Hi, I'm Deborah Kiesebrink, Councillor for Ward 4 in Scugog. On behalf of myself, my hubby Eric, Mom Erica, and daughter Raquel, and all of our amazing Ward 4 residents, as well as all the amazing businesses, our hamlets in Caesarea, Blackstock, Nestleton, and View Lake, we would like to wish you all a Happy Canada Day!
I'm Fire Chief Mark Burney. As we celebrate Canada's birthday, I ask that you take your fire safety techniques and practices outside into your leisure area. Practice safe barbecuing tips. Never use extension cords as permanent wiring, and unplug unused electrical appliances. I'd also ask that you store flammable liquids such as propane and gasoline outside the dwelling in a safe area. I'd also ask that you continue the fight against COVID-19. Practice safe distancing, wear a face mask when required, wash your hands regularly, and stay safe.
Hi, I'm Ian McDougall, Ward 1 Councillor, Township of Scugog. Welcome to my hometown, Port Perry. Today's going to be a wonderful Canada Day. Hopefully I got out this morning for a bike ride, butter tart, and maybe a pint this afternoon. I've got 4 kids and I know that they're going to be busy today. From my family to yours, Happy Canada Day.
Hi, this is Terry and Christine Voss.
As you know, for the last 11 years, we've been doing the cupcake cake down at Palmer Park. We're really going to miss you guys this year. Just want to wish you a happy Canada Day and stay safe.
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Canada Day from Voss, your independent grocer.
Yay!
Almost 40 years of covering sports. I know what a champion looks like, and I hear that there's one inside here. Scugog, Ontario's Ty Dellandrea is working out at the arena near his home. Are there any world champions in this? Oh, here's one here. Ty Dellandrea of Scugog, Ontario. Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Good to be here.
No problem. Yeah, we're glad to have you too. Boom, here we go. I'm wearing my 2014 Team Canada Junior jersey, and I have a world champion standing here with me from 2020. Congratulations, Ty Dellandrea of Port Perry, Ontario. What's it been like the last little while?
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's crazy times, but it's good to be home for a bit and spend some time with the family and be in Port Perry here. So, it's nice to come back to the roots here and spend some good quality time at home.
Can you walk us through the World Championships, what it was like, first of all, making the team, then as an assistant captain, and then of course the gold medal game too, but there was all that stuff in between. What's the journey like?
Yeah, it's been a big journey. I guess it even started all the way in 2019 where I went to camp with the team and then ended up getting cut. So it was my goal for a while to make that team and to start going to camp and having an all right camp, and then progressing to traveling over to Europe and making the team. It was all pretty special, and then to see it all come together. We worked so hard for that month of to all work towards one goal, so it's pretty special to see it all come together.
It's Canada and it's hockey, and that's always a big deal here. So when you go to a World Championship and you represent the country, it must be very difficult to kind of compartmentalize that, because you want to make sure that you're focused on the game and you try to leave everything else out. How do you do that?
Yeah, Canada, Hockey Canada does a good job of making sure you're super isolated and taking away cell phones and social media and stuff like that. So just like we want to be focused on the task at hand, so do they. So they did a good job of helping us stay focused on trying to win a gold medal. Stay in the moment. The moment was a World Championship for you. What was that moment like when you knew you were going to win it? It was crazy, that game. The comeback I think made it all much sweeter. Yeah. We worked through a lot of adversity throughout the tournament. Losing bad to Russia early on in the tournament, so to come back and beat down that game and then win it was special. I can't even describe it, really. Yeah, 6-0 to Russia was the loss. Yeah. And then to come back and win a World Championship. What's it been like here at home and everywhere else that you've gone since you've become a world champion, and they can never take world champion away from you? That's pretty cool, eh? The support has been incredible, from all over Canada and our hometown here. Everything everybody's been saying and, keep bringing it up and congratulating us is super special. So it means a lot, all the support we had throughout the tournament and now that we won as well. And Dallas, that's the next step for you, to make the bigs. What's it going to take? It's going to take a lot of hard work. I've been trying to work hard and just be really focused in this time to get a shot at trying to make the team. So that's the goal.
Do you have an idol or somebody that you'd like to emulate?
Yeah, I looked up to Jonathan Toews a lot growing up, and I still like to watch him play. Being a Canadian boy, and just the way he plays the game, takes care of both ends of the ice. I feel like I can emulate that. So someone who I've looked up to for a while. Anything particular about him other than you said takes care of both ends of the ice? But is there anything else that stands out about him and you went, yeah, I want to be like that guy? Yeah, I think something that always stood out to me, how good of a leader he was. Leading that Chicago team to a couple Stanley Cups. Everywhere he's gone, he's been a leader, and he's done a good job of just being all around great guy. So I like, as much as I like to watch him play and the good stuff he does, he's a good guy to want to be like off the ice too. Hey, let's go back to your roots. We'll step back a few years now. Born in Toronto, lived in Lindsay for a while, and then Port Perry pretty much since you were very young. What can you say that's special about Scugog? I think the people. There's so many people, and even teachers. I went to S.A. Cocker across the road, and there's teachers to this day that I remember and still visit, that had an impact on me and that pushed me even at a young age. I think they saw something in me. So, the people around here are always so supportive and have your back. And I go to a game, we play in Oshawa, and, I feel like half the town's there, so it's pretty crazy. So the support and the people, I think, makes this place so strong. Well, and you get recognized everywhere you go, even probably more now. So I guess you have to learn to handle that too. But I know a lot of NHL players will live somewhere other than where they grew up, just because they find it more comfortable. But here you are at home, you can walk to the rink, this rink. Yeah. Still, your folks still have the same house. You prefer it that way? Yeah, I think, I can see myself coming back here for a while. I feel like it's all I've known, and, it's got a special place, in my heart. So. Whenever I come back to Port Perry after being on the road or, overseas or whatever, this feels like home, and so I like that feeling. And the off season, you put on some weight, you were saying? Yeah. How much again? About 7 pounds I've been putting on. Yeah, how do you put on 7 pounds? Work out a lot and eat a lot of food. Yeah? Yeah. Do you feel yourself growing stronger? I'm sure there's things you wanted to work on. Getting bigger would be one of them, and stronger. Do you feel that's happening? Yeah, I do, for sure. I felt like I wanted to be a lot stronger. Playing my first full year pro next year. The guys are a lot bigger and a lot stronger, so I wanted to be able to, not just play on that level, but, be dominant on that level. So I wanted to put on some weight, and it's been tough, but it's been good. Any schooling from any of the guys that you played with, hints that they give you or something that they tell you need to work on in order to stay up? I think consistency is a big one. I think that everybody says, you can have good games here and there, but the best players are the ones that show up every night and, no matter the circumstances and are able to perform. So just being consistent with routines and habits and, try to create a consistent lifestyle. And it's Canada Day. So how do you celebrate Canada Day? I understand there's some family cottaging that may be going on. Yeah. Canada Day is usually spent at the cottage. So, maybe being out in the water, spending time with family, and just, hanging out. So looking forward to it. Lots of cousins, lots of family. Yeah, lots of little cousins. Are you enjoying the downtime then, or would you like to get right into it now? I want to get back into it, but I think, the time off that we've had has been nice. Yeah. I haven't had a break in probably 5 years of going, 4 seasons around. So it's been nice to lay low, spend some time with family. I hadn't seen them in a while, so and just live normally with them. It's been good. Well, congratulations again. Your first name is Ty, but you're a winner. Thanks, appreciate it. All right. Yeah. Take care. Yeah, you too.
Hi, happy Canada Day, Port Perry. This is Michael from the Rotary Club of Port Perry, wishing everyone a very merry and safe Canada Day.
Hi guys, it's Waffles. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Canada Day firework craft. So first you're going to need a black piece of paper for the night sky, and you'll need at least 2 paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls, whichever you want to use. And you're going to need a pair of scissors for cutting the rolls. And you're also going to need 2 paper plates to put your paint on. And then you're going to need your red and your white paint for our Canada Day colors. And you're also going to need a paintbrush to help apply it to the rolls. So you can choose to use toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. Paper towel rolls are longer, so you have more of a handle when you are using it and you're less likely to get paint on your hands. You can also have larger fireworks with paper towel rolls. So I'm going to show you how I cut both paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls. You can choose the thickness of the strips. It doesn't really change the look of your fireworks too much. And you don't have to worry about each strip being the same thickness because you will stamp it multiple times and it will overlap, so it'll look fine. And they don't have to be perfectly straight either. It'll still work out. Once you have cut around the whole thing, you can go in through the middle and push all the strips down. You need to press them down so that we will be able to stamp it later. So now we're going to set these aside and get out our 2 paper plates, and we're going to get our red paint and we're going to put it on one of the plates, and we're going to get our white paint and we're going to put it on the other plate. Next we're going to get out our paintbrush and we're going to dip it in the paint, and we can paint it right onto our strips or we can stamp it into the paper plate. We can also spread around the paint so that it's easier to stamp. You can continue to paint it onto the strips of the paper towel roll or the toilet paper roll until you have got a layer of paint on pretty much all of it. Then once it's covered in paint, you can stamp it onto your black piece of paper, and you might want to press down some of these strips so that it really gets the paint onto it. And you'll likely have to apply some more paint onto the strips again with your paintbrush so that you're getting enough paint onto your paper. So you can apply it with your paintbrush, or you can also stamp it in or twist it in to the paint so that you get enough on so that it's easy to stamp onto your page. So now we're going to need a new paintbrush, and we're going to take another one of our cut paper towel rolls, and we are going to apply the white paint onto it just like we did with the other stamp. Now we're going to take this stamp that we've got all covered in white paint and dab it onto our page on top of the other red fireworks. And you might need to apply some more paint onto your stamp so that you're getting enough onto your page. If your colors start to blend together, it's okay if you like it, but if you don't, you can always wait until the red paint has dried before putting the white on top, or vice versa.
Hi, I'm Angus Ross, Councillor for Ward 3, Scugog Island. I'm honoured to be part of this Canada Day celebration. This day allows us to reflect on why this country is the greatest in the world. This year in particular, we have much to be thankful for. Our healthcare and frontline workers, and the way everyone's rallied together to keep us healthy and things moving forward. And although it's clear that we have challenges to overcome in ensuring equal rights and opportunities for all Canadians, our collective rally for this issue makes me proud and hopeful for the future of this country. I'm so grateful to call this country and this community my home, and thankful to everyone who gifted us the freedom and opportunity that we have today. Happy Canada Day.
I love the laughter of the children in our playgrounds and the cheers of our fans at our sports field, the wonderful shops and restaurants in our historic downtown, and the reflection of Port Perry on the lake in the morning sunlight. We are fortunate to call the Mississauga of Scugog Island's First Nations neighbors to teach a culture steeped in history. But most of all, I love the friendliness and generosity of the people of our community. I have spent my entire life living, playing, and working in Scugog. It is part of who I am. It is my home. Happy Canada Day!
My family was welcomed and supported from the beginning. We found ample opportunities to serve, both in careers and volunteer roles. Scugog offered so many opportunities and experiences I never would have dreamed possible, and I have enjoyed meeting and working with dedicated community leaders and fellow citizens who are always ready to lend a hand. Over time, strangers became good friends. Our community is now a composite of rural and urban, Indigenous families, as well as an increasingly multicultural population, all adding to the rich fabric of the township. Scugog is a welcoming and supportive community. Our community feels like an extended family. Someone is always ready to help, whether it's a kind word on the street or offering assistance and walking beside you after a tragedy. I'm fortunate that my family and I live in what I believe is the best country in the world. My Scugog, my Durham, my Canada, my home, and I love it. Thank you for joining us for Scugog's pre-show. Now stay with us for Canada Day the Durham Way.